Hello, and welcome to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion group where we talk about homebrew and Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Hello, friends. I'm back and ready for some funsies items to talk about. So, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Our goal for April now is to hit 100 followers for Twitch, and we are only need 10 more. So please help your artist friends out. We love you so much. And for Patreon, we only need 5 more patrons to reach our goal. So please help some people out. And once again, weekly shout out. So, our newest follower, Marlene Mermaid, thank you. For subscribers, thanks Hyena Fiend, you're dope. And for Patreon, thanks Amy H and Jeanette S. And our donors, WGL79. Thank you. This content could not be possible without your love and support to this table. Thank you so much. So, if you do enjoy this content here at Homebrew Buddies, we've got a whole bunch of fun adventures coming out for you. If you haven't, last night we had our first episode of A Roleplay Varied Again, the new season that we've been doing. So go check it out. It was a fun little adventure that we had. It's the heist. It's a heist. If you don't enjoy heists, I don't know what to say because heists are awesome. Um, that being said, April 9th, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time. We will be having Toodle and the Gram. Come check it out. It's our fun little improv show, and we just have fun little adventures, and it's really cute, and it's awesome. But wait, there is more. So this Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Standard Time, wherever it is, we'll be having a break. We'll be having a break the table talk. And it's essentially, we'll be talking about Dungeons and Dragons. We might be playing chill games, but we will be strengthening the bond of our cast to our community. So if you just want to come, hang out, chill, just get to know us a little bit more, come 5:30 Pacific PDT. Go check it out. And so for today's intermission, we have a song called Teach Me to Love by Raleigh Mosley. Go check them out on YouTube for more of their content. Super dope. And so, drum roll, please. This is our special guest today is Ken Anderson. Their pronouns are they, them, or he, him. Their assistant production manager, and their first time on this stream. They make art, and you can find them on Instagram or Twitter at kenray_artist. So without further ado, hi Ken, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
Doing phenomenal. Are you ready for some fun traps?
So excited.
I'm also excited. And bringing back our one and only Rico Lestraps. Hi, buddy.
Oh, hello. How you doing, Addison? I stole your chair last week. I don't know if you knew that, but I snatched it from you, and now I relinquish it back.
I did, and I enjoyed your boost of paste. That was a fun little
Oh,
item.
yes.
We all
I
love
love my
fun
boots
little
of paste.
Yep, we love those fun homebrew stuff. But today we're gonna go a little tricky today. We are doing the hourglass trap, and it's a delightful trap for all you DMs and dungeon junkies who enjoy traps. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is how the trap
Yes.
works or looks. So your party has been split evenly, or if your party has odd amount of players, then randomly. They get split into two sides of this giant hourglass, and the only way out of this hourglass is to leave through a door that is randomly selected on one of the hourglass's opposite sides. So, if players are on the opposite side of the door, they don't have no need to fret because there is a hole in the hourglass. Of course, it's an hourglass, and it's big enough for one medium-sized or two small-sized creatures to fit through. So, you're with me so far?
I think so. Two sides of the room, party split, and
Yep.
there's a hole in the middle, hourglass style, that a two small
Yep.
or one medium can fit through. So,
Yep. And on one side is the door, or one side's the door.
awesome.
So
So it's like a McDonald's play tube or something.
yes, essentially it is the McDonald's play tube
The blasted
in the
hamburger.
hourglass. Yeah, yeah, the Hamburglar will be there. Um, but now, so the setup of the trap. Let's talk about the setup and the specifics of it. So this hourglass dimensions are 70 feet by 70 feet, and the party should be about 10 feet away from the hole in the center, and the door to the exit of the hourglass should be at the ends of the hourglass. So you should be. So if this was the hourglass, you'd be right here, and the door would be right here, or right here.
Hmm.
So that's how you set up this trap. And the
Okay.
party can get into the trap by any way, Usually, for me, when I did this trap, it was through magical means that they got instantly transported into this hourglass, because the party walked into the room of teleportation. So any way you could figure it out to get them into the hourglass, perfectly fine. So now that we got the setup, let's talk about the mechanics. The mechanics for this, it took me a while because let me tell you, have you ever seen the movie National Treasure? I think it's 2.
Classic.
Or yeah, and they're trying to find the city of gold. And if you remember in Mount Rushmore, they were on that wobbly platform, right? Oh,
Ah,
I love that. It's okay if you don't. If you don't, go watch National Treasure 2. It is a
I
national
will. I
treasure.
will.
And so I thought to myself, how can I make a trap that's like this? And so that's the inspiration for this hourglass trap. So
Okay.
with that though, it does get tricky. So every time a creature moves more than 20 feet, they will have to make a deck save to see if they can keep the balance of the hourglass. And so the deck save, it
Ah.
generally should be determined by 8 plus the overall proficiency of the party. So if you have a level 6 party, that's 8 plus 3, 11. It's a pretty balanced uh, deck save to pass. And so on a success, the hourglass is balanced, nothing happens. It's just balanced.
Mm-hmm.
But on a failed save, the creature rolls a d10, and the number rolled is the percentage of sand that pours into the hour of the glass. So, for instance, if you roll a 10, 10% of one side of the glass goes into the other.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so the percentage of sand in any given side will determine if that side's creature to roll with disadvantage or some sort of punishment. And so as the percentages get more off balanced, the punishment gets more severe. So, for instance, percentages that are 10 or more, the creatures make the save with disadvantage. Um, 20 or more, the saves are made with disadvantage and -3 to the roll. If the percentage reaches 30 or more, the creatures auto fail and will have to make con saves or take damage. But don't fret, because if one side fills up with sand fully, the trap restarts and you can start again.
So if it's going downhill, you can just fill one side and it will balance itself out.
It will eventually balance itself out, yes. But you will be taking damage.
Okay, okay.
So you can drown in the sand.
Yep, because you will drown in the sand. Exactly. Exactly.
What happens with the door then if the sand is on the side where the door is? Like, do you have to dig the sand to get to the door?
Once it reaches like full, like 30 or more, the door slowly gets buried more and more. So if you, let's say for instance, one of your party members gets to the other side of the door, but it's buried full of sand, their action is going to be spent digging to try to get it out of the door.
Cool.
But so now
Sorry.
that we know how this trap is going to work, let's rate it. How do we like it? Do we like it? Do we not like it? Let's talk about it.
Ken, go ahead and you go first. I'm just taking care of a couple little
Oh,
things on my end. Sorry. Put you on the
yeah.
spot.
So I'm considering it. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. Like it's definitely like there's a lot going on in there. I really dig the McDonald's play tube. I think that's what sells me on it. Um, I only hope that it actually looks like the
Yeah, it's the two
yeah,
all the time.
definitely like as a claustrophobe, that's not a situation that I want to end up in. But in a
Mm-hmm.
fantasy setting, yeah,
It's it'll definitely be a hoot to see how you all manage this trap. It'll definitely be easy. It'll definitely be a challenge. And for those watching us, let us know in the comments. How do you feel about this trap? Do you like it? Are you excited about
Yeah.
it? Let us know.
I like it. I think it seems like a fun little experiment. I love when you combine traps and puzzles, right? Like when there's a group element to a trap, it's more than just a trap. Um, in fact, a podcast that I was listening to, they don't sponsor us, but No Plan, No Problem. They had a whole episode on traps, and they talked about how like a trap, if it's just functioning as a way to hurt your party, it's useless. Like, why are you having it there? You're just asking the one dexterous person to roll and 75% chance be successful. So it's all about making sure that your traps somehow serve a purpose. And I feel like this is a good trap that's purpose would be to make the party work together. Like, you really have to have a strong communicative team for a trap like this, which I think is real fun.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And you know,
The dad jokes have begun. Sorry. Thank you, Cosmic. The hourglass trap sounds like it would take an hour to set up.
Yes.
There's been
The
a lot of
power
dad jokes
magic
in
time.
our
yeah, that'd
Discord.
be a pretty
About it. Yeah, if you enjoyed dad
Go
jokes,
ahead,
it'd definitely
Ken,
be a
sorry.
pretty hands-on. It'd definitely be a pretty hands-on. Like if you think about those like team building leadership exercises, like pretty hands-on to like recreate in a real life setting.
oh yeah.
Definitely minus the sand.
Yeah.
What? You don't want to
Yeah.
die in a
So-
workouting?
So my question, Addison, then is if the exits on the two sides, what situation, like what kind of situation would you use this trap in? Because there's no way they'd have to like wake up in the trap or something, right? Like there's no entrance to this trap. It's just two exits.
And that's the perfect thing. So, as a DM, you have a lot of power. So for me, for instance, when I had planned this trap, it was they were teleported. They all, they get into a room, and all of a sudden they're teleported inside of this hourglass. Or it could be like, hey, your villain is the unexpected villain is feeding the party dinner. The plot twist, they was sleeping potions inside the dinner, and so now they wake up inside this hourglass.
Right,
There's
right.
a lot of different functions to get inside.
I like that. That's a good justification for sure. Yeah. I think that was my only like concern about it. I think the mechanics are all super sound. I love the fact that it can reset, of course, with damage, but as all traps, you have to punish your player somehow. And then they can take either exit and be fine, right?
There's only just one exit. There's one exit, so you have to figure out how are you going to do this. There's only one exit.
And then Cosmic Purge asks, is it a physical hourglass or an hourglass-shaped room?
When I first made this, I was thinking of an hourglass, and it was in this weird pocket dimension where if you look outside of the hourglass, there's nothing. It's just black void. But you can flavor it however way you like. If you want to make it a room, you can go ahead, make it that room. And
I feel like if
a room in
if it's a mage tower, yeah, like a mage tower would have a room that's like on an axis or something. Whereas some ancient dungeon, it may literally be this archaic Jafar style hourglass that's just on its side.
Yeah. So it's all up to your imagination.
I feel like it'd be fun. It'd be fun if it was set up on a beach or something, so the sand from the beach was pouring in.
Yes, beach trap
gone wrong.
That's a cool
beach trip gone wrong.
Flair. Yeah, you could totally.
So check out our summer roleplay varied for a beach party. No. Beach party roleplay varied
Yeah.
style.
Beach party roleplay varied style. Alrighty, so now that we have rated the strap and we've talked about it, let's go into our next segment, which is fun facts with friends. And so, Ken, tell us more about yourself.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Gosh, let's see. Fun fact about me. Well, I mentioned earlier that I make art, so that's
Mhm.
something fun about me.
I just
I
shared your
typically
stuff.
work digitally.
Sorry, I just shared your
Thank you.
stuff in the chat,
Yeah,
so
I
check
work
them out.
digitally. Thank you. Yeah, I work digitally, so I typically will take like I really like to do portraits, so I do like black work on top of like pictures of people, but you'll see it if you look at my shameless
Yeah.
plugs of my Instagram and Twitter.
Ooh, real
Mhm.
quick, Ken. So, Cosmic asked real quick about the physical hourglass if they could misty step or teleport. This is where I would say no as a DM, because I know that people would use dimension door, some sort of teleportation.
Mhm.
The teleportation would not work to get out of the hourglass, but it would work inside of the hourglass. So, for instance, if you wanted to teleport yourself from one end of the hourglass to the other end, you totally could, but there
Mhm.
might be some repercussions that happen.
If I may jump on that, I feel like this is one where the DM will have to take a lot of caution in rationalizing the magic of this part, right? Because the DM's job isn't to punish the players, it's to rationalize the world and make everything make logical sense. So you'd have to really take that agency as DM to do something low. There is a magical barrier around the glass, and only the person who conjured that can get through that dispel magic barrier or something. And is that how it always works in game? No. But as long as you as DM take note and make sure to be consistent with however you homebrew your rules, I think it should be fine.
Yep, definitely. Definitely. Because I have a lot of tricky friends that always try, I'm just going to dimension door to the point where a lot of times in my campaign, if I know that someone has dimension, oh, there's a barrier that is an anti dimension door barrier, but you can teleport inside, you just can't teleport out of it.
And as a DM, I love throwing those moments. Like, yes, try players. I want to put I love putting in areas where magic doesn't work and doing things where they're like, no, you have to now change your playstyle. Sorry, it's the game. It's a game.
Yep, definitely. Great question, Cosmic. Anyway, Ken,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of art do you like? Like, do you have a style that you most identify with?
I really like surrealist and like Dada style art, things that I guess like the shitpost of art, things that make no sense.
Sure.
That's definitely not something that I do as much necessarily. But as far as art that I consume, that's definitely what I'm
Oh,
into.
definitely. That data
Yeah,
art.
interesting. No, go
Yeah, a
ahead.
lot of so one of my degrees, I have two degrees, one in graphic design and the other in Chinese studies. And I took a course on Chinese contemporary art, and definitely there's a lot of art that fits into that style.
Mm.
That's pretty fun from like that region.
What definitely got you into that degree?
It was on accident. So the Chinese, well, the graphic design, I went into college expecting to get that because I've always made art. That's just what I love to do. But the Chinese studies, I took a Chinese language course on a whim because I heard in the intro, like, uh, I guess, like getting ready for college uh, info thing that they gave that taking a language course can really improve your grades overall. So I thought, okay, Chinese sounds fun. It's very pretty. Um, and I just am generally interested in the culture, love the food. And I kept taking courses, even though they weren't required for my major. And then eventually I had so many credits that my professor was like, hey, if you study abroad in China, you can just get a degree in it. So I thought, okay, may as well. So I did that. And yeah, it snuck up on me, but it was pretty fun.
Wow, sounds awesome.
Where in
Uh,
China did you go and study?
yeah, that's my next question.
I lived in Chengdu for a little bit, which is
Mhm.
in Sichuan. It's kind of like in the middle. They're really known for their
Yeah.
spicy food, which is super fun. Definitely took a lot of adjusting. Food back in America tasted really bland when I came
For
back
real.
because I was used to things being so spicy.
I'm from South Louisiana, so that is so relatable. The food in every other part of America is bland.
Yeah.
There's my hot take for the day.
Hot take. If it's not spicy, it's bland.
Oh my goodness. Just real quick, I want to. You saw
my.
it. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. You can say the thing.
Well, I thank you for the donation, Mickey.
Hi,
So
it's
much.
Mickey. We love
Hi,
you.
Mickey.
Hearts. Thank you for the donation. And if you want to join
Yes.
Mickey and Guru-chan in supporting us, here's a little link in the chat. And also below. We are actually like over last night and tonight. I have to re-update, but we're like actually super close to getting Kevin a camera now. So thank you so much and keep this up.
Whoa!
Our
Yeah.
painter will have an HD camera for his painting session soon. So thank you.
Thank you. And on top of it, a little peek behind my life is my birthday is coming up soon, and I've asked for a 3D printer, to just because I like that stuff. So be on the lookout. We might be painting some cool figurines.
Yes.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Addison, when's
We
your
love to
birthday?
see it.
April 13th, baby.
That's right. You're an Aries. You're late Aries. I'm an early Taurus. And then Ken, when's your birthday?
February 14th.
You're
I'm
an
an
Aquarius. I love Aquarii.
Yep.
Aquarii.
And I'm a Valentine's baby too, because the 14th is Valentine's.
Yeah, you're a Valen baby.
Love that.
Oh.
Wow. All right, friends. You know what? Speaking of this fun personal information time, let's go into one of the best segments. What would they be? Okay, Ken. So since you mentioned your love of Chinese culture, I'm going to ask you, do you know some Chinese historical people?
Ooh, how about let's go with do you know Mao Zedong?
Oh yeah, we go
Okay.
Mao Zedong. Who is Mao Zedong in Dungeons and
Um,
Dragons?
oh gosh. Well, I know that in what he did, he talked a lot about the importance of propaganda and art in making his mission achievable and in getting the um, I guess the support of the people in a way that was relatable. So I feel like maybe something artsy, like, but then again, like he also is. I don't know. Like that's the take that I have.
You know, I can see Mao Zedong being I would assume him to be someone who is very charismatic. So I would assume him to be like maybe a
Mm-hmm.
paladin, and he just has that like strength and might to lead the masses, and
Mm,
that's that. What about you, Rico?
real quick, sorry. Shout out. Thank you, Cosmic Purge, for subscribing. We
Oh,
appreciate and love
thanks,
you.
Cosmic. I
Appreciate it.
wondered what that was.
Yes. Cosmic Purge, by the way, everyone else is awesome. They've sent me this long. Also, Cosmic Purge, what are your pronouns? If you don't mind sharing them in the chat, just so I don't misgender you. We've been having a chat. They've sent a bunch of items on our Discord that they've made themselves. That we're going to talk about in a couple episodes in the future once Addison and I can really go through them. So thank you. We appreciate your support. Oh, Hehem, awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
Cosmic.
you.
Nice.
You rock.
We're all
Yo.
pronoun twins then.
Oh, yeah.
We pronoun twins.
That's cute.
All
I
right,
haven't heard that
Rico.
before. So I'm not gonna lie, I am not up to date on my Chinese history. So I am not. I would not be able to give accurate. Anything I say would be me bullshitting half of it. So I think I would rather just. Yeah, I don't want to pretend like I know anything.
Understandable.
So I'm just gonna nod and go. I believe both of them.
we're gonna you know what we'll do. Ken, what class did you say he would be?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I think I'm definitely agreeing with you on the paladin front. I think that makes sense. Like having that strong sense of a mission and that fight for wanting good for his country. But I also still think on that artsy side, and I don't think he'd be a bard, which is what I think when I think artsy. But maybe there would be something along with as far as like his abilities would go that would complement that.
I've arrived, Chairman Mao. I'm here. I'm there. It took. I got there. I was like, I swear I should know this. Okay, yes. I'm here now. Rico has arrived. I am going to. I'm gonna say sorcerer. Sorcerer. Because it really takes some inherent. I mean, I think you can learn how to be an orator. You can learn how to be charismatic, but there are certain people that can just do it intrinsically, right? Even, and like all the learning and training makes them better at it, but they are just natural. I hate the word natural leaders, but there is that natural charisma that makes them leaders.
Yeah.
So I would put in the sorcerer realm.
Understandable. I could fully see that.
I'm swapping my answer. Yeah, Rico, that was good.
We're gonna go with the cop out answer and say they're a multi-class of sorcerer paladin.
I'm going with that.
Awesome.
Thank you for bearing with me as I had a burp moment.
That's all right. You're all right. Everyone has burp moments every once in a while.
That's true.
But so let's go on to our next person that we think. So who is Lucy Liu in Dungeons and Dragons?
Aside from perfect, I don't know. I think she's stunning. I think she is stunning. Sorry, I love her. I think she is just beautiful and a beautiful person. Sorry.
She's also got that dope, how do I put it? That dope, calm but powerful presence. You know?
Yeah, and I want to, and I feel like I'm putting her in a box because she's done a lot of action and like has that persona, but I want to put her in the monk world because of how stoic she can be and how like sure of herself she is. And also Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
Like I'm sorry, I love all of them. The little gay boy in me is like every time I think about any of them. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What
about you, Ken? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I just think like the career, and then I'm like, oh yeah, obviously a bard. Again, I'm saying everyone's a bard, but just because like she's an actor, and I'll full disclosure, I'm not super familiar, like caught up on my classes because it's been so long since I've played. But is there something like, is a ninja class something like that?
There is a ninja. It is a monk.
There
class.
is, yeah.
It's a subclass of monk.
Because I think about like the fighting styles that I see that she does in film, and I feel like that fits with it.
It definitely does.
Getting goosebumps thinking about how much of a badass she is. Like,
I also thought monk when I thought of her because A, she's got the skills, obvi, and then B, she just has this powerful and monk class is so diversifiable that she could just be anyone she wanted with monk.
So
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, what do y'all think? What do y'all think Mao
For
Zedong, and
Zedong and Lucy Liu. Let us know.
what are their classes?
It's people too.
They're the same person. No.
You mean Mao Zedong and Lucy Liu aren't the same person? I thought they
Didn't
were the
age a
same.
bit. No.
I mean, they both do have that charisma.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Yep.
There we go.
All right. So for our last character, okay, this one is gonna be a doozy. This one's a very big doozy. Let's see if you can remember this cut. Do you all remember Jake the Dragon from Disney Channel?
American Dragon Jake Long?
American
Yes.
Dragon.
Prince Zuko? Hell yes, I do.
Who is Jake Long in Dungeons and Dragons?
I wanted to be, I'm not even gonna lie, I wanted to be best friends with Jake Long and Static Shock growing up. I thought they were the two coolest superheroes. I think he's a champion. I mean, yeah, I think, easy guess would be to go into the druid world and say like wild or fire spirit or something, but I want to say he's a champion because he is, very sure of himself, very versatile, gets very lucky, which is that critting on a 19 and a 20. Yeah. And yes, he can change his shape, but I don't think it's necessarily a beast form kind of thing, more so than him just embracing his true fighter.
Sure. What about you, Ken?
So this is kind of a funky answer, and I can't remember the word for it. But what's the class where you have an animal companion? Like
Hunter, Beastmaster, a Ranger, Beastmaster. I mean,
yeah, Beastmaster. Like I know that he is the dragon, but I feel like just for fun, like what if he had like some sort of a like dragon-like creature that accompanied him? I feel like that would.
And doesn't he have a dog that
right there
talks or something? Isn't there an animal that's always there and they have this odd relationship?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while.
I think so.
Let us know in the comments. Does Jake Long have a friend? Does Jake Long want to be my friend?
What class is Jake Long? Yeah, what do you think, Addison?
When I think Jake Long, I instantly go to whatchamacallit, what is it? It's Monk, but with the fist one, where you can punch and like it does damage to you and whatever. But hear me out. His fire would be the punch. So when he always would blow his fire, it would always cause so much damage.
I think it's Way of the Open Palm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Way of the Open
Hand. Way of the Open Hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's dope like.
I agree with Cosmic. Yes, he'd be a Dragonborn. Duh. Dragonborn race with one of these classes. Yes. Oh my God, totally. I want to go watch American Dragon Jake Long now.
I know. Okay, Jake Long is Dragonborn. He's a Dragonborn druid, and he only uses his wild shapes to transform into a human.
That would be a fun little homebrew right there, a reverse druid.
Reverse druid.
All right, I know that was the last one, Addison, but now you're getting nostalgic on the shows that like honored Chinese history and like actual Chinese culture. And so now I want to talk about Jackie Chan Adventures and decide what class Jade from Jade from Jackie Chan Adventures, and then of course Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventures. We got to talk about those two because those two characters were amazing.
Let's do it. Do you also remember Shaolin Warriors?
I never watched it, but I saw ads all the time.
I never watched it. Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a cool one.
I think that one was like right after my time.
That was a cool one. Anyway, Jackie Chan Adventures. Jade.
Oh man.
Wants to go first. Let us know in the comments as well.
I think she is a rogue. Like, I don't know what subclass, but sorry, go ahead, Ken.
Oh, I'll be honest. I'm a terrible Chinese studies major, and I've never seen Jackie Chan Adventures, so I will step back.
You've never seen Jackie
I think
Chan
that might
Adventures?
make you a better.
No.
That makes you a better Chinese major because you're actually learning about real Chinese history, as opposed to us taking in this Americanized version of it. But you should check it out. I think they do a very good job of making Chinese culture, like ancient Chinese cultures, accessible to an American audience. Like Uncle felt like one of my uncles. Like it was so relatable.
They don't.
Definitely will. I'll check it out.
Also check it out in the also people in the comments, people watching, go check it out. Let us know your favorite Jackie Chan adventure character, because I remember a few.
Jackie Chan, sponsor us.
Jackie Chan, give us money, please.
Sponsor us. Give us your money, Jackie. Oh my God.
If Jackie Chan messaged us and was like, "Hey, I saw your show. Can I be on it?" Oh man, my life would be complete. So please help us get Jackie Chan. Tweet him.
Oh my gosh. That would be amazing. Everyone tweet at Jackie Chan right now. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna tweet at him.
Oh my God.
Jackie Chan, please let us. Jackie Chan in the V8 commercials. Y'all remember?
Can we just real quick acknowledge how hard that man had to work just to be a leading man out here? Oh my God. Oh my God. Had to work so hard just to be a lead and stuff. And his legacy, like, I thought I could do anything because of him. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Mad respect for Jackie
Sorry,
Chan.
I just wanted to reflect on the amazing. Oh, actually, yeah, it's the contribution that, like, we have to always remember that, like, especially, sorry to make things heavy real quick, but like Asian Americans have contributed so much to American culture and American society, and it's important to acknowledge that, like, you know, there's the whole movement right now with Stop AAPI Hate, but that's not new, right? That was all that's been around since the first move of Chinese immigration during the railroads, and it was exacerbated during World War II with the incarceration camps. And people like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan didn't have the look for leading men. So we're sitting here and, you know, making jokes and honoring them, but I think it's also important to acknowledge and you know, state that, you know, I'd like to say obviously, but Break the Table is very much against AAPI hate, and we want equality for all, and we really want to support our Asian American and Pacific Islander American communities who are suffering and struggling. So sorry to go heavy real quick, but while we're having this joy conversation,
you can always go heavy. Stop that AAPI.
In fact, I'm going to share a link in the chat in a second. That gives you plenty of ways that you can contribute and help to stop, you know, ways that you can act. Let me go ahead and share that. And we are also working on adding some other resources for Black Lives Matter as well on our site. So just stay tuned for ways that you can help our fellow AAPI Americans, our fellow Black Americans, and our fellow trans Americans.
Dope. Wow, I'm so happy. Thanks all. But yeah, you know, going back to our Jade analogy, Rico, Jade is a rogue. I was thinking mastermind rogue. Yes,
100%. 100% yes. And I think Uncle is a wizard, but his spell book only has one spell in it. He's a wizard with
I
one
was thinking
spell.
warlock all the way.
Oh, yes.
I
Okay,
was
yeah,
thinking
I'll take
warlock
that.
all the way.
I'll go with that. Like, even to this day, all I can think of is wait, funny is that chant he does all the time with the pufferfish.
Yeah.
Brought my
That's a good one.
love it.
That's a good... All right. Please let us know in the comments what you also think as well. But right now, we are going to take a quick intermission and a quick break. So, fun fact, hold on, let me pull it up real fast. Our intermission today is going to be a song called Teach Me to Love You by Raleigh Mosley. Go check them out. And once again, if you haven't, hit our like button. Help us grow. If you need some more support, please use your Amazon account and subscribe to us for free. Easy bo peasy, get some cool content. And I'm going to toss it to Rico real fast.
Yeah, I just also wanted to quickly plug, if you are an artist that identifies as BIPOC and you have some material that you would like for us to share, our mid-show boosts are always original works by other BIPOC artists. Right now, it's very heavily my friend because that's who I reached out to. But if you identify as BIPOC and have some kind of visual material or musical material that you'd like for us to plug and share with no charge, please message me at Break the Table, message the Break the Table account, or shoot an email to BTT or Break the Table RPG email, and we'd love to add your stuff to our mid-show boosts.
And with that, my friends, without my buddies, go drink some water, stretch, and we'll be right back after this.
To do it, I'll love you. I'll love, love, love. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I'll love you. I'll love you. Teach me how to do treat you right where you want. I will love you from your head to your toes. But girl, I can't do this all alone. I need you to teach me, need you to show me.
Look, baby, my plan is to show you that I understand. Wanna love you right, but you gotta give me the upper hand. Let me know when I'm doing wrong, tell me if I'm right. Study your pattern, do you like it in the day and night? Does it even matter, treat you right, cause I'm supposed to. A young fella, but my soul from the old school. Through thick and thin, I'm here regardless what we go through. How do you body right, baby, just call me Whole Foods. So let me know, boo.
Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I'll love you. I will love you. I'll love you. I will love you. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I will love you. Oh, teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I'll love you. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I need you, baby. How to do it. 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 Teach me, girl, teach me how to do it. Girl, I want you to teach me how to do it. To show me how to do it. Teach me, girl, teach me. Girl, I want you to teach me. Girl, I want you to show me. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I'll love you. I'll love, love, love. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I'll love you. I'll love you. Teach me how to do
like it in the day and night. Does it even matter? Treat you right, cause I'm supposed to. A young fella, but my soul from the old school. Through thick and thin, I'm here regardless what we go through. How do you buy it right, baby? Just call me Whole Foods. So let me know, boo.
Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I will love you. I will love you. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I will love you. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I'll love you. Teach me how to do it and show me how to do it. I need you, baby. How to do it. 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 Teach me, girl, teach me how to do it. Girl, I want you to teach me how to do it. To show me how to do it. Teach me, girl, teach me. Girl, I want you to teach me. Girl, I want you to show me.
Hello, and welcome back to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion group where we talk about homebrew in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. So, welcome back, everyone. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Our goal for April is we're trying to hit 100 followers, and we are 10 more away, so please help. Thank you for subscribing, Cosmic. You're awesome. And speaking of shout outs, thank you, Mickey, for your donation. We love you so much. Love. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for supporting your local BIPOC group. Thank you also, Marlene, Mermaid, Hyena Fiend, Amy H, and Jeanette S. Don't forget WGL79. Thank you so much. You are all so great. If you love this content of Homebrew Buddies, well, guess what? There's a whole bunch more. There's a whole lot we got in store for you. So this Sunday, 5:30 p.m. PDT, we'll be having a Break the Table talk, where we'll be having talks about Dungeons and Dragons, playing chill games maybe, strengthening the bond of our cast to our community. So come check it out. You can learn more about us. We can just have fun building our bonds together. But if you want some cool adventures, check out our last episode of Roleplay Varied. We're doing a heist. It is very fun. That's all I can describe it. It's just very fun. It's a fun, wholesome game. And this Friday, April 9th, 7 p.m. PDT, come check out our fun improv show of Toodle and the Gram. If you enjoy improv and if you enjoy goofy hijinks, that's the place for you to go because we love goofy hijinks. And so, without further ado, let's say hi back to our special guest, Ken Anderson. Hi, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Hi. Hey.
Alrighty, y'all. So we'll do a quick recap of the trap real quick. It is the hourglass trap, and then we can get right into it and we can start our encounter. So essentially, how this trap is going to work is the party, we have Ken and Rico, they're going to be split into two sides of the hourglass, and how they're going to try to get out of this hourglass by the door being on one side, and they're going to have to figure out how can they get out of this hourglass. And essentially, how this is going to work, the dimensions are 70 feet by 70 feet, and every time they move 20 feet, every time we move 20 feet, they're going to have to make a dex save, and if they pass, nothing happens. It's balanced. If they do not pass, then we're going to have to roll a d10, and that's going to be the percentage, how much sand goes into the other side of the hourglass. And at any point, as the sand percentages get higher, the punishment is going to get harder and harder. So for instance, if it's 10% or more, then the creatures are going to roll with disadvantage. If it's 20 or more, the saves are made with disadvantage and -3 to the roll. And if the percentages reaches 30 or more, the creatures just auto fail and they'll have to make con saves or take damage, and which set the hourglass will reset, and we'll be having our fun trap again.
Love it.
So without further ado, let's introduce our characters real quick. So how about you all roll initiative for me? Decide who gets to go first.
D20. In classic Homebrew Buddy
14.
fashion, I rolled a 6.
Perfect. Ken, why don't you introduce your character for us?
All right. My character, their name is Ken with 3 N's, as opposed to my name, which is Ken with 2 N's. Let's see. They are a wood elf. They are a necromancer, level 6, and yeah, they're like me but fantasy, and with another N. So that's where they store the magic.
Is that extra N gives you all the arcane strength you need.
Yes.
Great. Rico, who dealing with today, friend?
Today, we're going to get a return of my good old hobby gobby friend, Reiner Harlock. He is a hobgoblin cleric of the Peace Domain who loves to give people flowers. He thinks that flowers are the secret to happiness. And so he will lead with the flower and then follow with the fist if needed.
Perfect. So let's get this encounter started. So you are both, Ken and Reiner are traveling down, going to this mythological dungeon where it's said to hold treasures of unknown value and beautiful gold and magic items and all sorts of wondrous items for you to plunder and pilfer. But it has been said that there is a deadly trap that many adventurers have fallen prey to. And so, as you begin your journey, walking through the forest, looking for this cave where the supposed dungeon is supposed to be, you eventually come across it, and it's a door inside of a mountain. How strange.
Well, that's not sketchy.
All right.
And as you all enter, I assume you enter through the door. Is that's what's on?
Well, a flower first.
Leave no door unopened.
I've brought a bouquet.
You give a bouquet to the door. Is that what this is?
I'm just putting a flower in the threshold for good luck and safety. You have to make sure nature goes everywhere. So he's gonna just put a little flower here and a little flower here. All right, Ken. No.
Anything you want?
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so you all enter the door, the now flower-laden door, and as you enter through this door, you find that it's an empty room, but with one thing in the center. It's an orb.
A door or an orb? What'd you say?
Orb. So like a sphere. It's just kind of in
The
the
door leads to the orb.
Door leads to the orb.
Well,
You want
Reiner
to play soccer?
is going. I'm not really a sports person myself, but I could go for a little kick. And I'm gonna walk a little closer and cast. I mean, in real life, I would cast Find Traps right now, but I think for the sake of testing the trap, I shouldn't cast Find Traps right now. So instead, he's gonna go, all right, coming your way, and he's gonna go around and run towards the orb and try to headbutt it.
Perfect. And as you headbutt this orb, it starts to light up with rainbow lights, and the light surrounds the entire room, which is about 30 foot by 30 foot, and everyone engulfed in this light now seems to feel wonky and wobbly, and things start doing this weird shift, and you become
I
enveloped
knew we
in
shouldn't
this
have
light.
eaten those flowers. Told you not to smoke those flowers.
And as this is happening, you find yourself warping into the orb, and you awake inside this hourglass as you look around. And if you want to go ahead and do a perception check real fast.
All right,
Yeah.
perception check.
3.
Oh, natural 20.
Dope.
Plus 6, so 26.
Reiner, you notice that you are, as you look at your surroundings, you can see that you are in an hourglass, a very giant hourglass with sand filling on your side and sand on the other side, and you can see Ken on the opposite side of you, and you can see them through this hole that's the size of a McDonald's playset hole. And as as this happens, you also can look outside of this dimensional hourglass, and you see that you're kind of just stuck in a cave, and you can see that it's this cave, but you're stuck inside of it.
Also, I forgot to do some math. Mine's actually a 7. I forgot to add.
Oh, you're all good. Ken, something you notice is that Reiner is on the other side of you of this hourglass, and that there's sand surrounding you.
But I noticed there's sand, and I can't see. Can I see through the glass?
You can see through the glass, and you see that you are in a cave. That this like this
Ooh,
cave surrounding you.
interesting. Slowly walk. Am I right next to the McDonald's hole, or are we both in the center of the?
You are 10 feet away from this McDonald's hole.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I didn't realize they had sand pits in McDonald's now.
Careful! I hear people throw needles in this. They might give you the. They might give you the raids. I had to tie it to Twitch somehow. And he's going to slowly walk towards the. Is the door on my end or on the other end? I guess I'm looking for that.
Totally forgot about that. With your perception check of a nat 20, it is. Ooh, hold on. I also need to roll for you. Which side you both are on? Actually, who wants? No, I'm just gonna roll. Odds is Rico. Evens is Ken. Okay, Ken. Ken, you are on the right side.
Mhm.
Rico's on the left.
I'm gonna do this side.
Odds and evens.
Okay.
What is that? I'm rolling again. I can't tell what it is. 11. And the door is
Oh, that's the
on
worst.
Rico's side.
Great. Meta moment. I know I have my only high roll of the day so far, so this is probably gonna not go well. But I'm gonna slowly start to. The door's on my side. All I know is that that's a door. I'm gonna look through the hole, and I'm gonna go. Oh, you can come on this way, and I'm gonna just start boop, 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 walking over towards the door, all willy nilly and joyful.
Are you taking your full movement?
Can I retract that? I think now would be now would be the time where he would do fine traps. I think logically now he would cast fine traps. So I pull out a
Okay.
couple flowers, I pull out some sage, the sage starts spinning around, my hands rolling going like this, and then I do a little flame and it starts to burn as well. So I have like sage in one hand and dandelion burning in the other, and I'm using the smoke to find traps.
And as you cast fine traps, your smoke turns black, and you know from your smoke turning black that you are inside of a trap.
Oh, I better put this out before we start hotboxing and start to stomp on them and stuff to put it all out. Okay, so if I know I'm inside of a trap, then I'm gonna do put my do a little touch on my chest to cast resistance on myself, and begin to walk towards the door slowly, so half movement.
We're playing We're playing Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
We're playing
now.
advanced D&D. Yeah, we're doing slowly.
Where's my 90-foot pole?
Oh no! Trap! Trap!
As you take half movement, nothing happens so far. With that, Ken, what would you like to do?
Well, I'd say I'm probably pretty low on my side of the sand pit, so I'm gonna just jump through the McDonald's hole.
Okay, give me an athletics check right now.
Okay, that's a D20, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Plus your athletics modifier.
6. So my modifier is -1, so 6.
So as as you take this big jump to try to make it through this McDonald's hole, McDonald's hole,
It's like a dolphin leap, by the
yeah,
way.
the dolphin. That's how I imagined it too. Your dolphin leap cuts it short because the sand is disrupted, and you just fall. You land not through the hole, but under the hole, and you bash yourself there. Now roll a deck save with disadvantage.
Okay, what do I roll?
A d20.
D20. 8, and then dex save
So roll it again.
10.
Roll it again because it's with disadvantage.
Oh, I rolled it twice.
Oh, you did 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is everyone's proficiency, real fast?
Proficiencies. Mine
Plus
are
3.
Oh no, just your proficiency modifier. 3. Okay.
plus 3.
10. You do not pass. So as you roll, as you try to jump, you notice that there's a shift of this hourglass, and sand starts pouring into your side of the hourglass. So roll a d10 for me.
I feel like I'm one of the little beans in Fall Guys going, oh, woo, woo,
You all will be one of the little beans.
little Fall Guy beans.
Now I have to remember which one's the D10. It's been a minute.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is
yeah, you're
the
good.
top-looking one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While he's searching, Addison, or while they're searching,
Guy, I'm
yes,
assuming.
yes, that one, perfect.
That's yes.
Addison, you won't believe it. When I was running Homebrew Buddies last week with Kevin, I rolled 2 nat 20s.
For real.
Almost
Wow,
back to
what a-
back. It was my best Homebrew Buddy rolls ever.
Yeah, ever. What'd you get, Ken?
All right. And it's a dex save, correct?
No, it's just a D10. This decides how much
just a
sand goes
D10.
into
Alright.
your side.
So I got a 9.
Okay, so let me keep track real quick.
We're going down, down.
Here it is. Side is 9. Okay. Thank you. And so now you see that a whole bunch of sand has poured into the to Ken's side, and the balance is shifting more and more. So Rico, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. So now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna see him slipping and falling. This is the problem with being a spellcaster. I see him starting to fall. And I assume that the best thing I could do. Oh my gosh. Had a friend, Cosmic posted, I have a friend who rolled. Oh, you just posted back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double nat 1 on advantage. That's awful. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's literally, yeah, like 2.5 chance of that happening. Like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
That's crazy. There.
I think because I'm starting to lean back because the sand's pouring, I'm going to frantically charge towards the door, right? Because my side's tipping up now, Titanic style. So I'm going to run towards that door to try to balance us out.
Okay, are you going to dash, or are you just going to use your movement?
It's going to be a dash. Oh, this is pure reflex. This is pure, oh gosh, got to balance this. And I'm going to run until I feel it starting to go the other way. And then I'm ready to run back if I have to.
Okay, so since that's 60 feet, okay, so do a deck save real fast.
Dex
You're gonna be
save,
doing 3
okay, with
overall.
my resistance. Oh, and Cosmic, there's an awesome chart. Icarus Games made a awesome advantage, disadvantage, probability percentile chart. That's super cool. I'll send it in the Discord in the GM gaming tips after this session. Okay, so you said I have, what's it called?
It's a deck save, so you have to be 11.
And I'm doing it, and I'm rolling it 3 times with advantage, or no? Just
this
3 different
this is
rolls.
the first one. So if there are 3 different rolls, so we're gonna see if the first one passes.
Okay.
So what'd you get for the first one?
14 plus something.
Okay, you pass. The first one you pass, nothing happens.
Okay.
It's still tilted this
Okay.
way. So roll again.
I'm gonna keep running. I'm scared. Okay, rolling again. This is dex save, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do my bless. 10.
Doesn't pass. So D10.
Okay. Although this could, in theory, my fail could help balance this out, right?
Definitely could.
Um,
If you were
I
a
know
normal
nothing jumps
player,
up.
you wouldn't know.
4.
4? Perfect.
Yeah. And also, actually, Addison, hold on 1 second. Our stream is glitching.
Oh.
Yeah, let's give it a second to see if it balances out. Let me see if we can be heard still, actually. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we're having some tech issues. You can still hear us though, which is awesome. We're going podcast style like we did last night. So you can hear me twice now. My monitor's talking. So yeah, just give us a second, y'all, and we're gonna see if our Zoom fixes itself. Okay, sweet. Thanks, Sade. So yeah, go ahead, Addison. I rolled a 4.
As it happens, some of the sand tips back into your side of this hourglass, and now roll a deck save one last time.
I feel like I'm doing it right now. I feel very happy. I feel like I'm helping. And then I rolled a 14 that last time.
14, perfect. You pass. So nothing happens. You kind of just balance it out, and now you're about 10 feet away from the door. And so
Ken!
that
Get over here!
So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold out my arms and try and like bring as much sand with me and run as fast as I can towards the McDonald's hole again and see if I can like get it to like tip so that it'll like move us like both through to the door.
Okay. So
Love it.
So what I'll say is do a sleight of hand check, and if you pass, what'll happen is you can take a D10 of sand with you. If you don't pass, you don't get the D10. So what did you roll with your hand?
12.
12. Oh, I told that to to make the DC. You know what? Sure, it passes. I'll make it 12.
All right, let's go.
So roll your.
It passes
D10.
on the DM for getting something. I am okay with that.
2?
2.
Okay, so you take 2. So you take 2% of sand with you, and so now as you take that sand and you're trying to move into the other end, right?
Kind of like a Naruto run. So like I start off with the sand, like moving it, and then I through the hole.
Okay. So this will be important. So are you dashing or are you just moving?
I'll go ahead and dash.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go hard.
Okay, so with that, do a deck save first.
Okay. 5.
Okay. Roll a D10.
7.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
So as this happens, as you move forward and toss your sand back, basically what I did was I minus the 2 from your roll, and so unfortunately the sand still keeps tilting back more towards your side. So do another deck save.
Oh no.
6.
6.
I'm not. Yeah.
Roll another d10.
Woohoo. 7.
Oh, okay. So now, since the threshold is so what happens is there is 12% more sand on Ken's side. So what's going to happen is rolls are now going to be made with disadvantage.
Okay.
And so roll. So now, Ken, you're on Rico's side or Reiner's side. Now the sand is going to be going towards the other side. So roll your last deck save with disadvantage. Nine. Okay, roll your d10.
7.
Man, this is wild.
Don't mind me. I'm just frantically spells to see how I can help.
Okay, so basically, now luckily that balances you out. So as you go into this side, the sand now, the hourglass switches from the other side now more towards where both of you are. So with that being said, Reiner, it is your turn.
Okay. All of my good spells are touch. How far away am I from him? Or from Ken?
Ken. Okay, so let's think.
Ken
Ken was 10 feet away. They're about 20 feet away from you, I believe.
And that was after me dashing and everything?
Yes, with their dash and your dash.
Okay. Reiner's gonna go, oh, I might regret this, and I'm going to drop resistance on myself as I run over and put it on Ken instead.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use 20 feet to put resistance on Ken, and then I'm going to do my last 10 to kind of travel back the way that I back towards the door.
Okay, so since you moved 20 feet, do your deck save.
Blast. This is before I took resistance off of me.
Yes.
Concentration.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it is.
Good. I'm going to need it. That was a 6. Plus 4 for a 10. Does that pass?
No, 11 is the DC, the save.
Damn it.
So roll your d10.
Come here, spiky die.
Come on, be low, be low.
Be low. 9.
Okay, so now as you move towards Ken, more sand starts pouring in, and the angle starts getting more filled with sand and more steeper and steeper. Your rolls will now be made with disadvantage.
There's sand in my shoes.
Damn it. Okay, and as a bonus, I'm just gonna that doesn't matter. Never mind. I'm just gonna cry a little bit. I'm gonna make a spiritual weapon as a bonus action, and it's gonna just be a spiritual shovel, and it's gonna start trying to shovel sand.
Okay, it won't do anything, but
I know, but it's a desperate move from a desperate cleric.
So now you're both 20 feet away from the door.
Okay.
We gotta go for it.
Okay, Ken. Make that deck save.
All right. 8.
8.
Wait.
And you can add and you can roll a d4 as well. You can roll a d4 and add to it.
Gotcha.
Because of my resistance.
You already said 10, right?
3. Yeah,
Okay,
10.
so yeah, you pass. You pass. You beat the 11.
Okay.
So Ken, as you start moving towards the door, the sand, you know nothing about the sand shifting, but there's not more sand, but there's not less sand in the glass. So now, Rico, it's now your turn. So on your next turn, Ken, you can open the door.
Cool.
I am going to I guess I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna go keep going, shovel, and I'm gonna keep on shoveling, scooping. And I'm just gonna make my way toward the door. And probably recast fog trap on the door. Make sure that the door is not further trapped. You know what I mean?
Okay, so which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do your find traps or do you want to move?
I'm gonna move toward the door to be next Ken first.
Okay, so do your deck save.
Okay, with
yeah.
disadvantage, right?
Yep, with disadvantage. Yep.
I rolled a 12 and a 13, baby.
Oh,
So
perfect. Pass.
13 total.
Perfect. Pass.
Great.
Nothing happens. You're all good. Sand's doing fine. As
Lighting
you
my
cast,
dandelions.
As you cast find traps, your smoke turns just a little bit gray, and you know that from it turning gray, that there's just a die that you have to pass to open this door.
Great. I put the dandelion out in the lovely pile of sand that is slowly growing to my waist.
And with that, Ken, it's your turn. What do?
I am opening that door, and I don't know if it would help like, push some sand out with me and like make a little path, make it easier.
Yeah, sure. So what I'm
The
what
shovel's
I'm gonna
helping.
say is first, do a sleight of hand check again, and if you pass that, the DC is going to be 13. And if you pass that, then you can move a percentage of sand out of the way of the door.
13 on the dot.
Perfect. So now, roll your D10, and that's how much sand you move out of the way.
9.
Not perfect. As you move the sand, a whole bunch
Come
of
on,
it
Moses.
yeah, it's like Moses splitting the sand away from the door, and with that, roll as you try to open the door. Roll a strength saving. The DC is 10.
And you can add that D4 if you want.
4.
Okay. 13.
James, perfect. As you open this door, you meet a little resistance, but nothing too bad. And you are now free to exit this sand trap.
Can I like hold out my arm and like try and like offer like help drag?
Yeah, you can also drag Reiner out. Do a strength check too.
Reiner's gonna look around and go, you know, this place is growing on to me. You plant a lot of flowers here. Well, never mind.
17.
12. 17, easy. You pass, and you pull both, and you are both out of this trap.
Yes,
I'm
we
never
survived
going
the
to
trap.
again.
And so ends
No,
our
no
epic
more.
journey of traps.
No more soccer.
No more time.
No more soccer.
So let's review
Awesome.
it. How did we like it?
Yeah. Ken, you want to go first?
Or how do we feel about it? Yeah.
Yeah, so I liked it. I thought definitely with all the bad rolls I was getting, it's definitely a little stressful, but knowing that it resets, that definitely helped.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Rico?
I liked it a lot. I liked that I was, I had to think a lot about what could help. It reminded me a lot of our Toodle in the Gram performance encounter and how we had to think of unique ways to use the spells. So I was really searching through my spell list. I need less concentration spells with this character. I loved all the mechanics. I love how the sand filled up, and I like that you were keeping track of it pretty easily. I think it's a little underpowered in that I kind of wish we were punished more whenever it didn't go well. Like maybe there were more rocks and stuff in this hourglass that would do like little bits of damage.
Understandable.
But aside from like maybe little damage to raise the stakes, I think it's a fun little trap.
Well, I'll say this one thing is that remember there's just 2 of you in a party of like 3 or 4. That extra person will definitely make it a bigger impact, right?
Especially with every person shifting the weight even more. That's true.
You know, and you have to.
And like the small McDonald's tube, you can only move one person at a time through.
So definitely as things change, there's more percentage that your sand will fill up. Because think about it, you all were lucky that your rolls were kind of high and you were able to balance each other out. But like if you weren't able to balance each other out, it's a slippery slope of disadvantage
very quickly,
then disadvantage -3, then straight to damage.
Oh yeah. So we got real lucky on this one. I think this will be a fun one. I might try to work this into my campaign. This might be a good one to throw in and then reward them with the boots of paste if they get through it.
It definitely.
There you go.
One thing from behind the screen for DMs listening is that the only thing you have to do to keep track of it, like what I did, was I just did a table of 50, and I just added up the percentage on one side, and then I minus the percentage of whatever, and so it was really simple, easy math. That all you have to do is just keep track of what they roll, percentages, and how it evens out.
Right. Love it. Yeah, I think that's a one, my man.
It is. It's one of my favorite traps that I have made. Let us know in the comments how you thought about it, and also if you want to see more traps,
what do y'all think?
We can do more traps because I do enjoy.
We've tested a lot of items. We've done one trap through here. We've done one in Roleplay Varied, and we've also done a whole new game mechanic of performance. If you want to see that Bard performance mechanic, definitely check out Toodle and the Gram. That's where that one will come out the most. But I'm excited for a trap like this to get worked into y'all's campaigns. Let us know what you thought about it. And of course, if you have some thoughts after the stream, you can always join the conversation on our Discord, which I will share right now.
Yep, link below.
And if this link doesn't work, below we have a link for it as well. There we go. Command D for the Discord. So check that out. I'm searching for that. There we go. The bounded accuracy tables. So cool. I'm going to send this to, it only goes from 7 and up. Never mind. Darn it. Sorry, Cosmic. The table that I was looking for doesn't do the low numbers, but I think it's still a cool resource. So I'm going to share it on our Discord anyways, because it's really fascinating for those who like the advantage disadvantage mechanics and want to actually see what it does to your percentiles. I'm sharing that right now in our GM tips and tricks channel.
It's gonna be dope.
Yes.
And next week, we'll be reuniting the Kirby class because I have finally found my hard drive with Kirby class on it.
Yes, the Kirby class is back. I love the Kirby class. That episode is on YouTube, so check out our YouTube to watch our first Kirby class episode when Twerby and Twerby is another beat name, I believe.
Yeah. Something like that.
Went on a race to King DDDD's or something. Palace and ate a lot of food. It was a really cute. It's the first time that we've built a class, and so we're super excited to play with that some more.
Yep. And that's all here at Homebrew Buddies. So without further ado, thank you, Ken, for joining us, being our guest. You were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you. Before we go, Sade, are we rating anyone today? Do we have some people streaming that we can jump into?
Oh, do we have Critical Bard?
Yeah, CB is live with his Wildmount campaign, and Stat is live with Dragon Age. Ooh, do we want to raid? I mean, obviously, if the raid button doesn't work, let me know. But would y'all want to raid over to some Dragon Age or to some D&D?
How about we leave it to the dice? Let's roll odds and evens.
Odds and evens.
Odds will be a Critical Bard.
Dragons. Okay.
And evens will be stats.
Perfect. Let's see where we go.
I got an odd. I got 9.
Odd. All right. So we are going to, if it's working, Sade, is it working? Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, y'all, we are going to raid on over to Critical Bard to watch their Wildmount campaign. So I hope you enjoy that. Definitely just give them a follow, shout out. Let me go ahead and we're not going to do a raid command because I haven't made the shortcut for that, and we're already at like our go time. So sorry, I'll pass it back to you, Addison, for last thoughts, last words. Thanks so much, Ken, for joining us for this today.
Yeah.
Thank
With
you.
that,
Thank
be
you for
on the
having me.
lookout. Like, subscribe, follow
course.
us on social media. Get to know us tomorrow, 5:30 PDT, where we will be talking and just building a community. So we have a whole bunch of content for you. So thank you for supporting us. You are awesome. And with that, we'll see you next time.
Let's